Guys, AGM Racing here, back today with another video. So last week it was announced that the Singapore Grand Prix has been given another 7 years of life at the Marina Bay circuit, a track well loved by F1 drivers, F1 fans, the locals, all of them love this circuit. But what a lot of people don't know is that the tight street track at Marina Bay isn't actually the first Singapore Grand Prix and isn't the first racetrack in Singapore. Now, to discover this track, we got to travel back in time, back to the 60s. Now, opened in 1961, Thompson Road Grand Prix course was half a twisty road section through the jungle and half a long straight where the driver's balls were the limit on how fast you could go. Just over 3 miles in length, it featured parts such as the Thompson Mile, or better known as the Murder Mile. Get back to that later. The Snakes and Devil's Bend, the most dangerous corner on the circuit. Now, during the 11-year history of the circuit, 7 lives were unfortunately lost during racing events. There were no runoffs, as most of the circuits at the time, most of the fast bends surrounded by trees, the occasional hay bale to slow you down a little bit, but the track was super, super dangerous. During the last 2 consecutive editions of the race, 2 lives were lost. One at the 1972 Grand Prix. Lionel Chan, the nephew of local racing champion Chan Lai Chun, died after falling into a ravine, crashing off the edge of the circuit. While in 1973, Swiss race competitor Joe Huber died after crashing his car straight into a telegraph pole and being killed instantly. In 1974, while plans were in effect to race the Grand Prix, the race was cancelled due to safety concerns, and Singapore would not see motor racing again until 2008, when the Marina Bay Street Circuit opened. The track hosted races under a Formula 2, a Formula Libre, and Australian AF2 rules from 1961 to 1973. And from 65 onwards, after Singapore gained its independence, it became the Singapore Grand Prix. Cars such as E-Type Jags and sports cars of the era raced around the flowing track, before eventually, of course, the Formula 2 cars came to race as well. The circuit was also popular for motorcycle races, and featuring alongside the car races of the year, a motorcycle race would be held as well. Now, the amazing mod creator Fat Alfie, responsible for giving us some other amazing historic AC content, has made a superb version of the track, featuring over 500,000 tri-physical mesh, and is ready for AI races, 24 grid spaces, hot lapping, time attack, all that good shenanigans. Let's head over to the Singapore Grand Prix. Let's jump in a 60s F1 car of the era. And let's go for a little drive, shall we? So let's see what it would have been like to drive 60s Singapore Grand Prix. Alrighty, so here we are on the Thompson Road Grand Prix course in our 1967 Ferrari F1 car, complete with that glorious, glorious V12 soundtrack. So, without further ado, I know these cars never actually raced here, but Formula 2 cars are boring when you've got Formula 1 cars to play with. So, should we go out and find out what this track is like? So I've done a little bit of testing, just so I have a rough idea of where the circuit goes. And, well, if you thought Eau Rouge was crazy, just wait until you get to just past the start-finish straight. So this is what I referenced earlier as the Murder Mile, and pretty much it's a mile-long straight with this massive uphill right-hander in it. And I am taking it super easy, and already car's flying. Whoa! Okay. There's a little bus stop just chilling there. So, after you get somehow through there without crashing and flying off into the Singapore countryside, you are greeted with a nice hairpin and walls around the outside. I'm not going to call these curbs, they are walls. And now heading through the S's, the Snakes as they were known, around the back of the circuit, down to second gear, turning it in, car trying to spit out on me on the rear. The old 60s F1 cars, of course, completely different from modern machinery, no downforce. Just wiggling the wheel around, getting it dancing, that four-wheel drift, the key to going fast in these cars. And now up to, this is the Devil's Bend, the most dangerous corner on the circuit. And while on your own, it may not seem dangerous, but coming straight off a corner, if you're too wide, if you're racing someone, you could be having a little bit of an incident through there. And now the fastest corner on the circuit, that fast-flowing left-hander there. Down to third, first apex. Then down to second gear. Key to this circuit that I've sort of found is hugging the inside. The road really cambers to the inside of the track, especially right down the bottom. It's almost like an oval corners going through some of these. It's so banked towards the inside. If you get a little bit of understeer and you get over that banking, you just run out of grip. And there is a slow lap of the Thompson Road circuit. So should we try and go for a bit more of a hasty lap, to say the least? So out of the first final corner and on to the Murder Mile we go. Start, finish straight. Signified by that massive old school banner. And now up through the gears we go. Fifth gear, there's 250. There's 260. There's 270. Big brake. Hug the inside. Try and get in as much as possible. Big, whoa. Almost losing the rear end through there. And now hard on the brakes. Heel towing on the downshift. Down to first gear for the first big braking zone on the circuit. Use the throttle. Get the car rotated through there. A little bit of a drift on exit. And now up through the gears we go. Through into the snakes we go once again. Car dancing around all over the place. Really wanting to let go. Bit of left foot braking through it. I need to be down into second gear. Blip of the throttle. Help it get down. And now just blending the brake and the throttle through here. Or big on the throttle. Oh, these corners flow so nicely. I can't imagine what it would have been like to actually drive this. Oh, big tank slapper. And there's one of those lampposts we were talking about earlier. Well, let's get back onto the train, shall we? So, down into Devil's Bend, second gear hairpin. Just trying to ease it through, ease it through. And a big drift on exit. Try not to touch the grass. Grass is not your friend here. And now up through the gears we go again. Fourth gear, this corner flat. This one definitely not. Down to third gear. Brakes helping to get the car rotated through that. I say brakes. This is 1960 cars. The dustbin lids disguised as brakes is what they are. The only way you get these cars slowed down is braking miles earlier than you think you need and jamming it down a few gears. And now the final slower sector. Quite reminiscent actually of a modern day Singapore circuit. And down into the final hairpin we go. Oh, a little bit of a lock up on the rear there. And up through the gears we go once again. Let's try and actually complete a lap here without crashing. So how much speed can we take over this this little crest? It's only a small crest. There's no massive drop on the outside of the circuit at all. So left as we can on entry. Big brake. Just a dab of the brakes. Car completely off. Oh, whoa. That was 4 wheels off the ground there. Yeah, this circuit's dangerous. Right, so I've actually done a little bit of research about the track and had a look at some lap times from the era. Now, the fastest lap ever around the circuit was a 1:54.9 set by a Leo Gagan in 1973. Now, of course, that was a Formula 2 car. This is a Formula 1 car. But I'm curious about how close I could get to that said lap time of a 1:54. So let's actually try and get a decent lap in, get a nice representative time, see how a car from, well, 6 years earlier, still a Formula 1 car compared to a Formula 2 car, and how my skill compares in okay car. Oh, okay. Alright, so our lap completed. Let's go for a hot lap here. The Thompson Road Grand Prix circuit. 1:54.9 to beat. Let's see what we can do. So up to the scary Eau Rouge for the first time. Big brake, big brake. As much as 4 wheels off the ground. I think we even caught that there. Is amazingly cool. Usually get up close and personal with a tree afterwards, which isn't great for lap time. So braking nice and early down for the hairpin. I'm loving the fact there's literal bus stops just on the outside of the track. Like, they haven't even curbed in the bus stops. They've built the curbs around the little bus stops. How cool is that? And now up to the snakes for the first time on this hot lap. Just trying to hug the inside, use the banking, use the curvature of the circuit to try and help me through the corner. Hug the car to the inside. There you go. Now, as much as the car's going to scream at me to change up through here, we're going to leave it in second. We're going to leave it in second. Listen to that V12 absolutely soar. And now we get to go to third gear. And then straight away back down to second for the Devil's Bend. Now, I'm just going to take this a lot slower than you think you need to. Very easy to understeer off onto the outside of the circuit through there. And now the tight sections of the left-handers. Going to have a small lift there for the first one. And then braking in a straight line down to third. Back on the throttle for a squirt. And then down to second gear. Oh, car bouncing around all over the place. The elevation change around this circuit is crazy. And now going to let it widen and aim for those stones on the inside. Just a couple more corners to go. Just try and get it hugged in. Just one more to go. The final hairpin. Going to brake as soon as we get out of that corner. Down to first gear. Braking a little bit early. Was a lap time 1:44. We've got 10 seconds to get to the line. Come on, get the power down. Get the power down. Get the power down. Third gear. There we go. Car dancing around all over the place. And there's the lap time gone. We'll have another lap. We'll have another attempt at it, though. We've got to knock another 5 seconds off to try and beat that time. We're in a Formula 1 car. This should be easy. Oh, ho, ho. Whoa. That was crazy through there. Definitely brake a lot later here. Maybe a little bit too late, but we make the corner nonetheless. Our car's starting to understeer on the throttle on exit. Come on, get the power down, get the power down, get the power down. Ah, car not wanting to get the power down. Give me some slick tyres any day, please. Actually, to be fair, these cars dancing around so much. Yeah, I had so much fun driving these cars. Oh, we've understeered. Come on, turn. It's a Ferrari. It drives like a shitbox. But it looks good and it sounds good, all right. I love the lattice work exhausts that they have on these cars. And this isn't me putting in steering for extra effect. This is just how much the car's dancing around this track. Definitely ain't smooth. It's nice and bumpy. It's public roads, for Christ's sake. There you go. Right. Be brave. Be brave. Be brave. I ain't brave enough. I ain't brave enough. Ah. I'm not brave enough through there to take that flat. It's possible. Come on, turn it in, turn it in, turn it in. Oh, understeer. I think we've may have overheated the front tires a little bit. Come on. Oh, we're 3 thousandths up. This is not 5 seconds worth of lap time we're up. And then we go and mess up the final hairpin for good measure as well. Come on. Come on, get that throttle down, get that throttle down, get the power down. There you go. And once again, we're going to be miles off the lap time. Have we actually improved? Have we actually improved? I don't think we have. Half a second slower. I think we'll have one more attempt here. Let's be brave through here. How much speed can we carry? Oh, oh, Mo. I think that was a bit too much speed carried through there, but you get the idea of this circuit. What a track this is. An absolute hidden gem of a racetrack from the 1960s. All the tracks of this era were crazy, but this is definitely at the top of the list. And I hope you have enjoyed this video. I hope you found it somewhat informative. I super enjoyed driving this track. The link to the mod will be in the description below, as well as some real-life footage I found of one of the events. I think it was from 1964, I believe. But yeah, all that's left me to say is thank you very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. Please leave a like if you have. Subscribe if you want to see more. Go follow me on Twitch down below as well. I do a lot of iRacing content over there. So yeah, all that's left me to say is thank you very much for watching. Have a really great rest of your day. And yeah, we'll see you all next time. See you later, guys.